Hello, everybody. It's been quite a while. For those of you who are curious what's going on here, that was really loud in my ears. I actually have to turn down the volume of the game to talk about what the hell is happening. Hang on. Oh, no. God, no. 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 Go down. Alright. I'll crank that back up when we go into the game. But, my name's AJ. I used to record some videos with my wife. She's still here, but she probably won't be joining me for this one. Essentially, I stopped recording for a long time for 3 reasons. I got busy. I had some recording problems with my computer that I only was just able to fix, and I'm not even going to get into why I was just able to fix them. They were so stupid. And I also had found out that recording these videos and talking about what I wanted to talk about created potential conflicts with my career goals. In other words, like, I have students, I have potential employers down the line, and I want to talk about a bunch of inappropriate shit a lot of the time. So I essentially had to hide most of the videos from my channel because I didn't want to rewatch them and censor them. But anyway, that's all done now. I'm going to be a little bit more watchful, but hopefully still worth watching, as it were, and listening to. For those of you wondering why I'm not playing Magic anymore, I would rather play Constructed than Limited, but it was hard for a while to get Vintage and Legacy to fire. Beyond that, the new client was still irritating to use as a game to record, essentially. And DEs were just hard to sit down and play. They offered low value in terms of creating content for the effort required. Moreover, no one really wants to sit down and watch Constructed Magic video content that isn't live streamed. At least not as much anymore. I had some decks that I wanted to play, but it was just hard to do it. And then it ended up that Chris sold our mutual collection. That's Chris Cool. He had contributed roughly like 95% of the value to it. So I obviously had no problem with him selling it, but it's just been hard to get a collection going. So all those reasons I haven't been recording Magic. This game in particular, though, for those of you who used to watch my channel, and there weren't many of you, but some of you may still be watching, or watching this now, I should say, since I took roughly a 2-year hiatus from recording anything. This game is Soma by Frictional Games. I played before, that's what I was alluding to, Amnesia by the same company, Amnesia Dark Descent. I found the game to be enjoyable to play, but it was a mixed bag for recording for me, because I tend not to get scared by stuff in a video game. It's hard to stop thinking about myself in the third person, and basically I would love to be immersed, but it's hard for me to do that. So, for this series, which is also a sci-fi horror game, if you're looking to watch some PewDiePie guy get scared with a hot chick, I'm not a hot chick. I'm not PewDiePie. I'm not really going to be scared that much. I'm more likely to just be nonplussed by the things happening on the screen, maybe a little confused in general terms. Nonplussed seems to have a little bit of a different connotation. But with all that said, I like just throwing physics objects around and making fun of the limited art assets that Frictional Games has to work with. But in any case, so far, I played this game for about a half an hour. Nothing scary happened until then. I mainly just tested out the recording software to make sure it was working. So you'll see that continue is an option. I haven't really played the game much. I don't really know what's going on. I only played the introductory sequence, more or less. It's gotten some mixed reviews, but generally positive. I actually appreciate Ben Croshaw's zero punctuation reviews insofar as when he gives something a nuanced mixed review, I tend to think that he respects it in a way that he wouldn't respect most games like Call of Duty, etc. So, I decided to play this. I'm not sure if it's an optimal fit for my recording style, but it's something I was motivated to do. So, hopefully recording on my newer machine, 60 FPS, all that shit, is going to work. I already adjusted the gamma to what I think is an appropriate level, but feel free to give me feedback on that. And because I'm not spoiled at all on the game, I really don't know what's going to happen in it, so don't say any of that shit in the comments. But I don't know how long it's going to go, so I'll be playing until it's over, I imagine. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to start a new game. I don't give a shit about my old save. Apparently there's only one save slot. Just going to take a sip from my sake mug. I mean, the mug is just a regular mug, but I put some sake in it. I'm supposed to be doing some fellowship, so that explains why I'm doing this instead. Thanks, Dick.
Are you okay, Simon?
Yeah.
I think you're bleeding.
Oh, that's
okay.
nothing. It's just my brain can't stop bleeding from the accident.
That's a bad sign, man.
Here, take this.
No, that's for later, for the scan.
It's green.
That was
Ashley,
red.
I need to tell you something.
Simon, please don't make this weird.
No, it's not like that.
Oh,
Why
God.
now?
Who's David Munchie?
Why is there never enough time?
For what?
Oh my God.
Christ.
Alright. Clearly the volume is too loud on my end, so forgive my dispelling the immersion and reducing the audio a little bit. Basically, that sounded like I was in a real car accident. Maybe that's the problem, I just don't want to blow out my eardrums. So some motherfucker is calling me. This is just like real life. This apartment, I just want to be clear, is way cleaner and more stylish than the one I'm currently living in.
Yeah, I'm up.
Hi, Simon Jarrett?
Yeah, that's me.
My name is David Munchie. We spoke earlier.
The brain scan. I remember.
Are you all right?
Yeah, just a bad dream. Are we still on for today?
Yeah, that's why I'm calling. I wanted to remind you to drink the tracer fluid I sent you. It'll help me capture a better image of the damages.
Don't worry, I got it somewhere.
Okay, great. Well, I'll see you in a couple of hours then.
Okay, see you soon.
Oh man, I imagine Munchie's like a little bit worried that Simon, or whoever I am, wait, am I Simon? I think I'm Simon. Was like, yeah, I got that tracer fluid around here somewhere. Sorry, I was just having a nightmare about Sarah Palin.
Where did I put the tracer fluid?
Where did I put the tracer fluid? Alright, so because this is the part that I did play before, I know where the tracer fluid is, but I'll try to mimic in quicker order what I did, which was basically wander around, flip on these fancy lights, and throw a bunch of physics objects around. I will take these keys. And also, you guys should see these little subtle story elements here. So, to Simon Jarrett. What a white person name, huh? You'll notice that we're in Toronto, a place that I've actually been several times, and I know a fair bit about. And apparently this guy, I assume he washed out this milk carton, but I'm pretty sure this is recyclable, yet he put it in something that is clearly trash. And I know for a fact...
Come on, radioactive tracer fluid, where are you?
That is not something that Simon would say. He sounds like a young Mark Hamill. Anyway, what I was trying to say is they're pretty good with recycling and compost there in Toronto, and it doesn't look like that's the situation happening here. So, ooh, there's actually stuff in the background. I didn't notice that first time. So, it says to do, and we can view text, because I don't need that here, but I might in the future. Note, and maybe I'm onto some kind of twist. In the pop-up text, meds and up are capitalized, but it doesn't appear that meds is capitalized on the actual to-do list. Flowers for funeral. Pick up meds, remind Jesse. What does it say in the back? It says collected works at the bottom, and then it says at the top either airport or Toronto or something. I don't know. Somebody can probably read that shit. I've got this shit on actual
Nothing but fast
high
food.
resolution.
Should buy something healthier on my way home.
No. This doesn't count as fast food. I mean, it's usually fast, but it still doesn't count. This guy apparently keeps empty cups in his fridge, which is also like me. We'll leave that out for later. Now, what's in here? Sink, dishes not done. What's in here? Got some leaky pipes, maybe? Nope, just... What? Sounds like I was just swimming. So I guess, like, that small amount of water on the ground is making this noise. That's a little odd, but okay, I can forgive the game for that. Nothing in there. Son of a bitch. Alright, so we've got all sorts of elegant silverware with green handles. What's in the middle drawer? Nothing. Alright, we've got two pots sitting on top of each other. I've done that before. I appreciate the sound effect. The bounce physics are acceptable. And we'll put this... Oh, no. No, we'll put this in bed. Okay. And this is a pan pizza? They fit them really tiny now. So I imagine this is where Simon eats most of his meals, and apparently has some sort of, like, motor deficiency because he can't get a microwave door open the way he wants to, but that doesn't matter. What's in here? Clean dishes, United States patriotic mugs, or France. We're gonna heat up a cup of coffee. I'm gonna take this pillow with... No. Oh my god, if you guys aren't nauseated by now, I'd be shocked. So, we've got... What is that, Toronto Festival of Literature? Alright, the Beige Noise Tour. Can you imagine being excited by beige? Alright. What does this even say? Interference with 2 R's? Somebody's got a brain problem. I imagine right now that I'm in, like, the first-person perspective of someone with some kind of brain disease, and that's why this word has 2 R's next to each other when it's clearly supposed to have an R and an A.
Hey, Simon, it's Jesse. You working this weekend or what? I knew there was something you were doing. Was it this weekend or next? Anywho, just shoot me a mail or something. Love you, miss you, mean it.
End of messages.
I swear, that guy has the memory of a goldfish. I even sent an email to remind him, didn't I?
I don't know, but apparently we're an old enough person that we own both a cell phone and a landline, which is a little odd to me. And we're a hipster because it's only plaid. Maybe we're Daniel from Dark Descent. And this is... I'm not actually sure what this is. I looked at this before. It's some kind of Slender Man trophy. Something in Italian. Whatever. I like that noise, though, I gotta be honest. Is that underwear, more clothes, whatever. This is a steam mop. I imagine that the upstairs and downstairs neighbors are currently upset, even though my photography hobby is... oh my god, what is that? USB key? Plug that shit in. I don't actually think you can plug it in, but I would like to. I remember from the last game, Amnesia, there were, like, only a finite number of books on the walls. They're all, like, plant history books and so on. I'm hopeful that that's not the case in this game. I hope they have, like, a database with 9,000 different tiny art assets for the books. I would be shocked if that were the case, though. Looks like I'm a photographer taking shots out on Bathurst. Bathurst? I Instagrammed this picture of my morning coffee or tea next to fine china, light beer, and headphone cables. Earlier when I was looking at this, I checked in the back. There is nothing in the back any of these images. But I did take a picture of a coleopterate on a cigarette butt. Actually looks like a balsa wood dowel. Yeah, so let's move this office chair out of the way. Oh my god. Like, this game sometimes feels like real life. It's just me moving physical objects out of the way to get to empty pizza boxes. I don't know what that noise was. What's this? Massive recoil. So I guess this is like Total Recall. John Hugh is a corrupt cop working in Hong Kong. One day his life is turned upside down as he meets Amber, a mysterious foreigner who is kept prisoner by the Golden Dragon Triad. Alright. Seems good. Seems like something I wouldn't purchase if I were Simon. Even though he has, you know, kind of Reddit-style taste in posters to hang over his room. I guess, like, these hipster-style posters are not Reddit-style. This apartment, if it actually is in downtown Toronto, is probably pretty expensive. So Simon probably has a pretty good job that isn't just working at a comic book shop. Political systems. 7 political systems? I think there are more than that. Anyway, so like all video game characters, I had to move the chair out of the way to actually get to the computer instead of using it. So let's use this generic non-Apple, non-Linux operating system. I'm not going to read this out loud. You can read this. So David Munchie wants to schedule a scan. Sounds like a suspicious thing, because I don't know anybody who would actually scan my brain in real life. Dear Mr. Jarrett. Oh, okay, so it looks like my headaches have become less frequent. Oh, I hope I go there and they can drain some of the blood cavity. Okay, so got some kind of like fake Xanax to help me with nightmares or something. Yeah, sure, I'll read the instructions. Really? Dr. Peak wouldn't just tell me what's going on?
Oh, I forgot to hit send.
That usually doesn't happen. Now, I have Outlook, and occasionally I'll hit send and stuff gets stuck in the outbox, but I've never forgotten to hit send. Maybe I have. I don't want to say that. I meant to send this last night, which would have been Friday, so I guess Simon wasn't doing anything on Friday night except sending emails. And yeah, it does turn out that he works at a comic book shop. So to best represent the demographic of someone who would play this game, yeah, we'll send this. Maybe you don't have to send it? Oh my god. I tried to hit escape like I was actually in a computer. I mean, I am behind a computer playing, but, I mean, you know what I mean. What is this? Alright, I will go to McCall Avenue 47 in Toronto. With a fake phone number. Gadutan. Alright. What's this? It's just a picture at the grimoire of me and a younger Rachel Dratch. This is a picture of an unexciting beach. Go back to photography school. This is a picture for Instagram of Simon wearing corduroy pants standing in the ocean barefoot. I've never been to the beach. I have been to the beach, but I've never been there wearing corduroy pants. Unless these are shorts. Corduroy shorts? Not sure how I feel about these. What are the name of, shorts that go down to your ankles? Robin McConnell. I don't know who that's supposed to be, but that was, apparently several months ago, because it's May now. Alright, so Grimoire is the place that I apparently work. Diagnoses, sick, treatment, and love, Dr. Phil. I don't understand. I guess he's sick. And what is this? A notebook with some pie graphs with no context. And it says Oroker Haddad 7 to 12 Contagion. I don't actually know if that's what it says, but I can't figure out what this is. And that person on the back is sad. I would be sad too if I had a major brain injury. Alright, so whatever. I should turn on the light over here. And open the shades. So
Summer's coming. Hope it's a good one.
Well, that's a weird thing to think to oneself. I mean, I always want it to be a good one. There aren't very many people out there, I guess, but I hear some noises as though the world were populated. This does look like Toronto, I gotta be honest. So that's pretty cool. In the trash, we have some wadded up things of presumably minimal significance. Let's see what's in here. I don't even remember myself. Alright. So, presumably this alludes to that intro sequence where Ashley Hall, a.k.a. Sarah Palin, was killed in a car accident on Bloor and Spadina. Spadina? I don't actually know how to pronounce it, though I've been at that intersection in real life. Maybe that's a meta point. Here it says something like, ends game, ends with surprise. I guess ends? No, something's game ends with a surprise. Friday, April 10th. This is like 20 days ago. Maybe that's when I got in a car accident. If I got into a car accident, I'm not sure that I would uncarefully tear out the article about my friend or lover. I'm not sure yet. Don't want to assume that Simon has an interest in women over men or over, bows and arrows like that objectum sexualis lady does. But in any case, an SUV hit this gentleman and that lady, and that's why he has a bleeding brain. I'll note that the beginning sequence clearly referred partially to this reality that we're given now and to some past event, but it doesn't quite make sense that it's all the same, because he had that red liquid that he was going to drink, and his brain was already bleeding before what looked like an accident. So anyway, I don't think I can get to the thing below that. I don't think there's anything interesting there. This is just all, nice atmosphere building. I've already looked at this. I don't want to look at that again. Anyway, let's move on. As someone who often has to urinate at night, I imagine that he wakes up, Simon that is, with the need to urinate. What the hell is happening? Oh god, it's gonna make a loud noise! What? Oh... it's very rare that I've ever seen a toilet bowl shut like that, but that's okay. I must have had brain bleeding or nose bleeding, which explains these towels that I threw near the trash can but not in it. Soap. The soap bar says soap. I kind of like little worlds like this, actually. And even if it's not perfect, I like playing with little stuff. Doing what I do in real life. This is the thing I'm going to have to drink. Here's my Rogaine container. Also like what AJ PlanetWalls has in real life. Jerry? What do you think she put in the toilet bowl? So we're going to flush this shit. Oh, yeah. Time to take a shower. It's dark in here. This apartment is probably pretty nice. Drying my jeans on the radiator. This is just like real life, only we don't have that nice of a radiator.
I don't want to keep the doctor waiting. I'll shower when I get back.
Has anybody ever stepped into the shower, stood there, and then thought to themselves, I don't want to keep the doctor waiting, I'll shower when I get back? I mean, I'm wearing my clothes, right? He had his clothes on when he was sitting in bed, even though now he doesn't have any legs.
Right. Watching TV gives me headaches now. Thank you, brain.
Okay, so I wonder if it was it gonna let me actually watch something? There's some kind of DVD in there. Because this thing is open and there's nothing in it. I don't know. Or maybe it's a Blu-ray. I'm still living in the past. Alright, so I'm gonna drink that shit and get the fuck out. I missed this other thing. Apparently, Simon has developed an interest in brains. Comprehensive yet accessible hardback texts. Hardcover. Albert Isaacson. Alright. It's kind of a weird name. It sounds both like Scandinavian and Semitic.
There it is.
Yeah, I see it. Caution. This has Gadutan 755 in it. And a signature on the bottle. That's okay. If we have to throw up, we're going to do it here, not in the toilet. I put my toothbrush in there. Oh.
It feels like milk, but the taste, it's like sucking on a penny.
That's pretty gross. Alright, so we put this, like, tracer in our body, and now we're going to make sure not to waste electricity. We're going to head out. Gotta rehydrate on booze myself. Move the chair a little bit.
Nothing works.
Look at this guy. This is like what it's like when I take the subway, only it's much more packed, and everybody's like this guy here, including me. Oh my god.
It's all a lie.
I wonder if it'll let me ignore. I'm gonna answer, though.
Jesse.
Hey, Simon. I got your email. Just wanted to wish you good luck and let you know I got you covered.
I'm one of
Thanks.
the
I should
assholes
be able
who
to come to the store after the scan.
Talks on
Don't
the
sweat
phone
it.
on the
I got
train.
Chris helped me out.
Maddie from SNL?
Guess you didn't hear? He's coming in full time, working the comic section.
That's Ashley's job.
Yeah, well, you know.
Forget it.
She's dead,
Not
Simon.
doing her any favors by leaving an empty spot. Not like she's coming back.
Well, good luck. Hope they find a way to reverse the whole, dying thing.
Dying thing? You're the worst support ever.
What should I say?
I'll see you later, Jesse. Don't burn the place down while I'm gone.
Over and out, buddy.
Oh, man. These Canadians would be like,
Me in a photo booth.
get off the U and stop talking to yourself. Even though that guy's got the same Skechers that I have. And I've got legs again.
What to think?
Alright. I noticed that Simon seems to talk on the phone in a way where he, like, holds out the phone and talks to it like it's always in speakerphone. I never do that. I'm not Simon, is what I'm trying to say.
Hello? Dr. Munchie?
Yeah, if this is what the place I went to looked like where I was going to get a brain scan,
Where is everyone? I thought this place would be busy.
I'd be a little unnerved. So this is Canada. We got the CN Tower. I've been to areas like this in Toronto that's maybe modeled after a specific locale. Not sure exactly. Is that like a Toronto flag? I don't even know. It looks like it could be. Ontario flag, maybe? I don't know. So, we'll open all the drapes in this place, which is currently being painted. A Brady Bunch style gold. There's like trash floating in the breeze. Maybe those are leaves. Are there people down there? Oh, there's a person down there. I was wondering if, like, it was completely desolate. Anyway. So, I've already played through this part, too.
This is the place, right? It must be.
I'm gonna call... Wait, I didn't think David Munchie actually... I didn't have his information on the phone earlier today when I woke up. It just said call from unknown.
Let's just call Munchie real quick.
I guess he added it on the
Great.
on the subway,
His
on the
phone
U?
turned off.
Alright.
That's okay. I can figure this out.
I can figure this out. Look, Simon, this isn't a puzzle. What this is you showed up to the wrong address, or some skeezy place where they're gonna take your kidneys. Alright, come on. Oh, fuck. Okay. So I want to take that cup out of the trash. I tried this earlier, and I just want to show you that it doesn't work. But that's okay. Get in there. Okay. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, I just promised that the water doesn't actually go in the cup. You'll just have to take my word for it. So if I had this painting in my home or apartment, I would kill myself. Alright, so I guess we have to figure out how to get through that door. Again, I've already done this, but it wasn't too complicated. Sit down and look through these people's documents. Scan now! Let's do this. Call me ASAP. David Munchie, Paul, where are you? So, I guess Paul isn't there? Okay, so this is like a temporary area, and they're from York University. I believe that York University emails are actually at york.ca. So this is a real university in the Toronto area. I don't know if this is going to be based on a true story. Alright, so there's some sort of security. They switched it from their temporary office space, and I guess one of them left their laptop here. Okay, so... I don't actually remember where the password is. Probably in here. Not on that one. Alright. I think you can read it on this, though. So, my understanding here is that we're dealing with some neuroscience PhD students. At least Paul Berg is a neuroscience graduate student. I assume PhD student. And David Munchie is a student in computer science. And so the goal is how do we fix brains? And Tungsten issue number 21, I guess what the idea is, according to this article, which isn't a real article, obviously, is that the goal is to make a copy of the brain in a computer and then run healing stimuli on it in a trial and error sort of way and see what works before trying that on the real brain. I think. And that's what the Nakajima neurograph is. So, what I don't understand, though, is why they say that the brain can heal itself, then. A damaged brain scanned to produce a model. Then the tests are conducted on the model, right? And it's without risk because it's on a model and not on your real brain, which is what turns that red booger into an isohedron of some kind and then that turns it into a vector diagram when you put barbells, electricity, and pills in it, and then your head all of a sudden is tattooed with a green cross. Perfected treatment is then applied on patients. So you run the model, and then you figure out, in theory, how the model... Oh, this is in Paris? That's kind of exciting. We were able to fail treating you 1,000,000 times over only to find the right way. So they just, like, throw whatever shit sticks to the model, and then they figure out what worked, and they treat you in real life. But I don't understand what that means, like, put your scalpel away, the brain can heal itself, though. I guess it means, like, we figure out what combination of non-surgery works? I don't know. But I should contact this John Ribbon about seeing, you know, what's going on with that. And here we have a notebook. Page 56. That was the page we were just looking at, I'm pretty sure. Tweak the right length. Something milliseconds, blurry, probably even lower. Amps? I don't know. Ohms? Improved reverse projector technique. 2501. I thought that was a 7 the first time, I gotta be honest. I don't know what any of this says. Delpin method, Paris convention. Alright, whatever. We're not going to look at any other pages in this, because we have the password now that I've already forgotten. What is it? 2501. Okay. So we're going to go in this shit show now. Turn off the lights. Alright. First major puzzle solved. How to get into an office that's locked down. Aunt Nebula. Looks like James is going to be here. I have a friend named James G. I don't think it's referring to him. Can't open that, or Simon just doesn't want to. Simon apparently doesn't want to open this. If he knew he was in a video game, he would take whatever's in there. Alright, National Oceanographic, whatever. Steve, all day. That must have been yesterday. Sally R. Okay. Ooh, I want to go inside that place with a moon getting struck by falling diamonds. Nope. Alright. So we'll go in here. Check this place out. We got more books. Any of those 7 political systems. Yep, they've also got that. The Roman state. Everybody's apparently interested in books that have the same font on the binding. That's okay. I can forgive them for that. Though I really wish they would just include more art assets for the books. And so these experts in the nervous system and computer science have apparently just set this thing up where they're like, oh, we need to remember where the brain is and where the spinal cord is. That unnerves me a little bit. They've also been making a computer here and hooking it up into a laptop. And have they been fucking up a lot? What's in the trash? Nothing. Won't let me touch it. Scan calculation in progress, so that's kind of exciting. We're going to have some Yas or Jaws. Hopefully that's not like a shandy. Hopefully it's non-alcoholic. And we're going to stick this in there. No. We need... Oops, I stepped on something. We're going to move this in there so when they're messing around in there, they inject themselves with something on accident. There we go. Oh, fuck it. Alright. God damn it. Biological sample flow, something, neurons, whatever. The Toronto Daily. I think it's the Toronto Sun, but I could be wrong. Either a thermos or a part of a camera. And Ultra Pro sleeves. Alright. So this room sucks. Transformation rate peaks at around 15. I don't know what any of this means. But that's because it's not actually a thing. And I also can't tell if it's actually legible. It doesn't look quite readable to me, and I'm glad, because otherwise I would try to read it. We're gonna go in here.
Oh, hi. Didn't hear you come in. Simon Jarrett, right?
Dr. Munchie?
Well, it's just Mr. Munchie, but I'm working on it. Actually, you're helping me right now.
That's what I would say
this
if
part of
anybody
your
asked me
thesis
if
work?
I were a doctor.
Yeah, it's a
Working
study
on
I'm
it.
doing with my colleague Paul Berg. We hope to design a gentle way to work with brain reconstruction, to help people like you. Oh, did you, take the tracer fluid?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Great. Well, we can start whenever you're ready.
So, what exactly are we doing?
We're going to do a scan of your brain.
I'm going to exhaust
Then we
all the
build a computer
dialogue
model of
options.
it and bombard it with stimuli. The program will help us to quickly iterate your treatment plan until it's fully optimized. In short, develop the perfect treatment for your condition.
So it's not just a study, this will actually help me.
I should
No.
hope so. Otherwise, this would be a huge waste of time.
Like most dissertations.
You know I have a serious condition, right? You heard about the car crash, the X months to live deal?
Yes, I heard.
That's why I'm wearing a
Must be
helmet
hard
that looks
having
like
to hear
hair.
that. As you know, it's because your brain is weakened so much that it can start to bleed every so often.
And if it ever gets real bad, it will kill me.
Well,
I
we
hope this
probably
guy
can't
already
restore
knew
your
that.
brain completely, but we should be able to make those X months turn into years, decades even. And if you take care of yourself and don't do anything too crazy, we should be able to get you to outlive the best of us.
I really hope you're right about this.
Me too. This could make a huge difference for how we treat people with brain damage. So, what do you say? Should we get going?
At least he's got
Sure.
a shirt tucked
Let's
in.
get started.
Take a seat.
No, that looks like an electric chair. Hey, I have more to ask you. I have more questions.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. So I'm gonna look around at these diagrams just to show off the world I'm in.
Please, have a seat.
No.
Just sit down and we'll get started. Come on, let's do this. Please don't touch anything.
I want to touch it. I've got brain damage. I've got a neurological problem. Feel like running
Don't
away.
wander around.
Yeah, I already found the needles, Munchies. If that is your real name.
I should really get the scan done before I leave.
Okay, fine. Alright. So this lunatic's gonna go... you know, I don't
Just
want
have
to...
a seat and we'll be out of here in
Shut
no
up,
time.
Dr. Munchie. I don't want... You know, I'm not trying to make fun of anybody who has a serious neurological problem or, you know, physical
Have a seat.
injury. But I do like the idea that the person who's supposed to sit in this is just running around like a lunatic in this room. Alright. Alright, now scan my brain, you motherfucker.
All right, let me just get this out of the way. You are Simon Jarrett, correct?
Right.
Toronto, Canada, David Munchie. Born 1988, July 16.
Right.
Flat neurograph, version 6.
It's bad when I start to be older
All
than the
files
characters in the
Will this
video
hurt?
games I'm
It's
playing.
just a scan. It'll hurt about as much as getting your picture taken.
Indians thought cameras would steal their souls.
That's so. Well, let's hope they're wrong.
American Indians. Or
Ready?
Native Americans.
Say
Simon.
cheese.
Okay, so I don't know what happened there. Again, I've not read any spoilers. But my suspicion is that, like, we are playing as one of... Oh my god. Loud noises.
Hello? Mr. Munchie? Did something go wrong?
Did you...
This isn't funny.
Did you mess with my mustache wax? I tweaked the handlebar perfectly.
I'm not supposed to put myself in... This is kind of stressing me out.
There are similar visual motifs to what we just had in the office, but... Oh my god!
What the hell is this place? How did I get here?
So, I'm gonna end this episode here, but I'm gonna end with my prediction. I have no interest in, like, calling it, and there may be more to it, but I guess my suspicion is that when they make the brain scan, either Simon, I was already playing as Simon qua brain scan version, like it was already a model in somebody's computer, or he currently, as of now, is a scanned version of Simon, who's a computer-generated model in like a virtual reality environment being tested on. So in other words, the idea that it's harmless to experiment on a computer model based on an image of someone's brain ends up not really being the case, because presumably those models then have all sorts of, like, they have a life unto themselves, their own consciousness and subjective experience. So that's my theory, and we will start here for next episode.